Still not subscribed to the Partition? You know, it's a lot of ways that you can do this besides watching all the content. But before we start, always remember, go to the channels link. Every show that we have, you can always see every show before everybody else see the show. But besides that, always remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, put it on all. Until then, always remember, anything is possible. Thank you for choosing the Partition. Now let's get into the show. Anything is possible. Peace.
I'm a Billboard music producer.
Billboard. There ain't no PCP money. Yeah. Hold on, wait. I want to laugh. Welcome back to Chopping Up with Lil Ron. Today in the studio we have a very special guest. This guy has done a work with a lot of people, including one of my friends, Mikhail Rose. I want you guys to welcome the one and only Mr. Michael Bell. Did I say it right?
Stephen Michael Bell.
Stephen Michael Bell.
Yes.
So Michael is the middle name.
Michael's middle name.
So how you prefer people to call you? Stephen Michael Bell or Michael Bell?
Well, I'm Stephen Michael Bell. They can go full now. Before it was just Steve. But now it's Stephen Michael Bell.
Stephen Michael Bell. Mr. Michael, matter of fact, Mr. Stephen, I want to welcome you onto the show because I heard so much about you. I saw some of your work in the process, and I saw some of your work as the time went on, and it's amazing. And it's amazing to see a lot of colored and brown people that actually is into films. A lot of people that actually do films, it's a lot of other people that actually does films, and we don't never get our recognition and our shine. And we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into our cameras, our audio equipment. And some people think it just is it's easy and it's a simple task. And I know it's not a simple task. It's me actually being black and producing TV shows and all this other stuff. I know it's a lot of time that goes into it. But what I want to do is, I know who you are, and my fans, they don't know who you are. Your fans do know who you are. So if you can, I do everybody the same on the show. If you kind of give them like a little quick little rundown on who you are, and we can go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm a Chicago native. So now I'm Chicago / Houston. So
Hey, when you said Chicago,
yeah,
I was finna ask you this because I'm a Michael Jordan fan. So when I saw the White Sox, I was just finna say, man, I wonder, is he from Chicago?
Original, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so I've actually been doing acting, directing, film, and musicianship since 80.
Man, that's a year before I came in the world.
Yeah, so I've got that many years with Prince, Michael Jackson, the Pointer Sisters.
Hold on, wait. Prince and Michael Jackson?
Yeah, Prince was my cousin. The Pointer Sisters are my cousins. Archie Bell and the Drills, Archie Bell.
I know that. Tighten Up.
Tighten Up.
Man, I'm telling you, I know my stuff. I know that song.
Well, I just found out he was my cousin.
Wow, man.
Before I interviewed him.
Golly.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a small world, man. You'd be surprised. Family, man. Prince, I just can't. Man, Prince was a good. Oh man,
he was a musical genius, and most people could not understand his music. And I said, the only thing I do is listen. I said, because what he writes about, what he wrote about, was pretty much everything that he went through, but he gave it his outcome, how he wanted it to end versus how it ended.
Right.
I would say that just from that Power to the People era from the 60s, that he said in his music, we never should have left the ability to love each other.
And a lot of people don't know Prince is probably one of the few artists that know how to play almost every instrument. Yeah. Some people do not know that. He played majority of those instruments.
Yeah, he played all the sets.
Yes.
I mean,
He didn't really need nobody for nothing. I mean, he
studio,
had they do not understand. I saw something recently about Prince's estate told, I think, Morris Day that they couldn't use.
He couldn't use it. It's like, wait a minute, they grew up together.
Yes.
And it's like they clowned with each other. They had their relationship, and now that Prince is gone, you telling Morris that he can't touch anything that we did.
Yes.
Come on, that's outlandish.
Yeah, that's ludicrous and crazy. But sometimes when the estate get in the wrong family hands,
Right.
this type of stuff happen. That's why Michael Jackson's estate is like it is.
Right.
But you'll never hear this about Elvis, man. His estate, man, everything is actually done right, man.
It was done. You couldn't touch it.
Yep, they had everything lined up. You have to have them people in place that you can trust that can turn back around and take care of that.
Right.
Now, what made you get into film?
My mentor, Tony Carpenter.
Oh, man.
Tony Carpenter is world-renowned percussionist.
Yes.
And I grew, we were about maybe 20 years apart. But Tony, when he gets on his stuff, he's tight. He went from being on the stage playing to picking up a camera, filming. Mm-hmm. And so me being the age that I am, when he came into my life as a teenager, I'm saying, as geek as pumped, I was saying, I can do the same thing. Mm-hmm. I can watch you, I can learn from you, and then I can make everybody else smile too. And he got me in my first movie.
Wow. And which movie was that, if you don't mind me asking?
It was Mad, M-A-D-D. It was something that Hollywood put on under Clifford E. Turner in Chicago, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, but it was also gang-related and on the gang violence. So during that whole 80s period when the women were coming together because their children were being killed by drunk drivers and nothing was really being done too much about it, then they put a movie together.
Wow.
I walked on as an extra and became a main character.
A lot of people get put on as an extra, man. Even though Tupac used to dance for Digital Underground,
right? They
needed him one day. They threw him on the same song, and everything from there is history. People don't know Denzel Washington used to be an actor. Some people, they don't know that. The man used to be an actor that be on stage before you see him in Hollywood right now. People, they don't know that type of stuff.
Right.
And that's good. A lot of the extras are the people that people least suspect. Like, nah, this person ain't going to do it. Or, hey, I need somebody. Can you do this right here? And you got that 15, 30 minutes to shine. If you don't do it, you don't do it. If you do it, you do it. What was the first film that you produced?
First film that I produced, oh my goodness, I got to go back. You're going to make me think. Okay, let me put stuff in order. I'm going to say My Fair Lady.
Oh.
Because I was doing this since high school. I didn't know that Frank Zappa, I worked along.
Okay, I come to say, because I had to watch that for a project, the black and white one.
Yeah, I had no clue who they were.
Okay.
But they did the sound for our productions.
Wow.
And I didn't know who they were. I just thought they were just some white guys that were in a rock and roll or whatever the case may be, and they knew what they was doing, so I was going to learn my engineering craft from them. And it wasn't until later that I actually heard their name said, and my brain went back to, oh, man, you mean tell me I spent 4 years with them and had no clue who I was?
Yes.
Well, it's because they were regular people.
That's right. So some people, they just be regular.
And Peggy Jackson was over the art department at Morgan Park High School. And she would look at you, and she would grab you, and she would throw you because she could see you. She could see that even though you were sitting there, that you had the ability to do this right here. And she would just say, come on, this is what you're going to do. And so literally since high school, I spent most of my high school years on the stage while most of my classmates were in the classroom. I was actually on the stage.
Wow. Putting that work in. While everybody else play, you put the work in.
Yeah.
And I've been like that myself. I always been the type of person, if you tell me, if I see something and it catches my attention and it looks good to me and I really want to do it, I figure out a way to actually do it. Now I'm going to study and figure it out, everything, the do's and the don'ts when I go into it.
Right.
When I came into this film stuff, and a lot of people told me some rules or certain things I couldn't do, and you can't do this, and this won't make sense if you do it this way. I said, the only way I'm going to know if I do it and I fail. And if I fail, I'm going to pick myself up. And I took it and I did it the way I wanted to do it. And everything turned out the way I wanted to do it. Like this show, I wanted to do it in black and white. Mm-hmm. Everybody say, nobody's going to watch that, man, because people got to watch stuff in color. I say, well, what you think about back in the days when we had TVs and it was black and white, and you had to watch TV? It was in black and white, so it don't matter. As long as you get the message across, that's all that matters. Plus, I wanted to be different. Everybody is in color. I wanted to be in black and white.
Right.
Because I knew that is actually what I wanted to do, and I followed my dream. I never let nobody talk me out of anything I wanted to do. I say, hey, I'm going to do it, and it's going to be done, and that's the way I actually want to do it. Speaking of film, Mikhail Rose.
Yes.
Her mentor, Cecil. Mm-hmm. I remember a few months ago she told me about shooting this project. Is the project complete? Project
is complete.
Okay. Do they have a date on it yet?
Release is December.
Oh, December this year?
This year, 2022.
Is it going to be like Netflix? Is it going to be Hulu?
It's going to be Roku.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
For sure. And then there's some more networks that's in the process of communicating as far as barter and trading to get them there, because we want to try and get it on as many as possible as possible, right?
In the process of filming this, because every film is different. Mm-hmm. I know this film could be kind of different because, you know, this will be Mikhail Rose's first time actually being on camera doing something serious like this.
Okay.
Which I had her on the show, and I always told her she'd be a good actor, and it's crazy now. Mikhail Rose is acting in movies as we speak right now.
Right.
And I told her, I said, man, you are, if you could be a singer and you can be making music videos, that's acting. That's just another form of acting, same stuff. You're ready for the big time. Well, was it very, you know, certain people, it's difficult when you actually filming with them. How was the experience working with Mikhail Rose?
Oh, it was easy because I do a learning creative experience, which is to say, I'm going to show you why I do a certain thing because I want you to be able to do the same thing and increase.
Got you.
Okay. Even when we were filming, she had a cell phone out and she had a phone out vertically. I said, this is fine if you're going to do social media. I said, but the world is 16 by 9. I won't be able to watch this on my television. I said, so now go this way. Go horizontal with your phone. I said, and instead of taking your phone and swinging it this way, I said, hold your phone and just push it with a finger that way. I said, and it actually looks more natural. I said, it doesn't matter what you shoot with. I said, I can tell what I'm looking at when I'm looking through a camera. I know whether or not you use a cell phone. The glass is not the same.
That's right.
People pushing the i13 Pro or whatever, and it's like, I'm an Android person and I'm an LG Velvet person, and my video looks much better still than the Apple. It's like, if you don't know your equipment, I don't care what you have.
That's right.
Okay, so what we do is the cameras I use don't cost $25,000. I didn't rent them. I'll tell you where I got them from. Got them from the pawn shop. A
lot of people, I hate to say it, a lot of people don't know. The pawn shop has a lot of good stuff because what it is people jump into business ventures and it don't work the way they think it's going to work, and they get hard up on money. Boom, it's right there. From TVs to Apple computers, pawn shop is actually, that's like the ultimate gold mine. And another thing is good, glass. Right, people don't know that them lenses is what makes your product. They do not understand that. Them glass lens, you can have the crappiest camera in the world, but if you got the right lens, you can make some movie magic.
I did. I had Columbia Pictures and Universal challenge me on a music video I did last year. Wow. Because I actually got walked in on. The lady said she wanted to do an audio recording. When she came into the sanctuary, she saw a camera. She said, "You can video?" I said, "I can video, but we're not set up for video." That's okay. That's what I want. Just go ahead. She wound up showing them, and I got a third-party call because the son of one of the producers, executives, know me. He said, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "What you mean, what happened?" He said, "Well, ABCD ran through it. You know, the color was this." I said, "Oh, time out. I received the criticism, but I received it with a question. Why did this turn out looking like this?" And then when they came back, they said, "Okay, we can accept that." And they said, "Why?" I gave them the why, and then I took my Canon T3i with a kit lens on it while it was raining outside at about 12:30 in the afternoon. I filmed 5 or 6 different things.
Wow.
Edited it, put the titles on, what time of day it was, and what I did with it versus what you're looking at. And they said, "Okay, we're good."
Wow. You know, sometimes they don't understand that being, and it has nothing to do with color, being experienced in the field, like what you do and like what we do, sometimes they don't understand. We learn from our mistakes in the beginning. Right. So we did already had shots and like, oh man, this messed up. Okay, next time I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna do this right here. Richard, the guy, actually films our stuff and edited for us. Mm-hmm. Richard didn't know anything about this almost a year ago. This was like obsolete. The guy, my business partner, at the Shazelle Bush, took Richard up under his ring, and he actually showed Richard some of the fundamentals of the black magic. I believed in the iPhone from day one. That's all I told him. I said, man, this is going to work on this iPhone. But Shazelle Bush, real good guy, he actually ended up shooting we did some work for Phil and Derek's. That was one of the first projects. And when I did the project with him, I knew right then and there, I want to be in film. I said, this is what I want to do. And we went from there, and Richard has been doing a tremendous job, and he has helped us get to where we want to be and more.
Excellent.
But this is what I want to ask you. Come to the segment. It's actually called Leon Top 5. Leon Top 5 it's a cousin of mine. He actually got killed in an 18-wheeler last year. Yeah, passed away. And what I want to do is we dedicate this segment to him. So what would be your top 5 artists, musicians, dead or alive? It can be rap, R&B, country, western, jazz. It don't matter. What blues, whatever you want it to be.
Wow.
I got a feeling I know what 3 of them going to be, but I'm going to let you tell me.
I would call, I would say Prince creativity, Michael Jackson, same level of creativity in a different direction. Tony Carpenter, Star Wars, Philip Bailey, goodness gracious, all these, Ray Parker Jr. I mean, it's just,
you know, a lot of people. I asked somebody the other day, do they know who Ray Parker Jr. is? And they're like, who is that? I said, do you watch Ghostbusters, man? That's the man that Dexter.
That's look at the credits.
It's something
Pay
strange.
Attention. Yeah,
he still get paid for. You know, he still get paid for that song to this day.
Yes.
To perform that song there. And a lot of times people they be like, "That's who sang that." I'm like, "Yes, Ray Parker Jr. That's the man that actually saying that." Because I listen to a lot of music, and I'm a Ghostbuster fan anyway. I always love their work, man. They work is always good. I like the fact that they had a black Ghostbuster. I mean, when we was coming up,
right?
Just to see, oh man, it was a black one, man. So I always liked it, all of them. The whole cast they put together was always good to me. And I think I saw the black Ghostbuster guy. He's on, I think, the AAA commercial. He does the AAA commercial. I always, when I have my TV on all the time in the room, I hear his voice on there. I'm like, oh man, that's him. Now, how can the people find you?
They can find me by emailing me. I pulled down my sites because I got spammed.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I got spammed. Looked up, and everything that should have been safeguarded was full of porn. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, I hate to say it. You know, before I did this, I actually built network program computers for a living. Get it to me, man. I'll go ahead and help you out and kind of get it put back like you need to do. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get that hooked up for you with no problem. You had no social media page, no Facebook.
Yeah,
no
on Facebook, I'm Stephen Michael Bell on Facebook.
Stephen Michael Bell
on
not
Facebook.
Michael Bell. I had to tell her because they gonna be like, Michael Bill. Stephen Michael Bill. Do you know Instagrams?
No, not really.
They had talked me into doing Instagram, and I actually, I hate to say it, it actually worked. Do you have any YouTubes?
I got a YouTube channel, but I'm revamping everything. They can email me for sure.
Okay. What's the email address?
Red Sky Prod1, which is REDSKYPROD 1 @gmail.com. And you can call me.
Okay.
281-804-1906.
I thought you were just finna say, I'm not lying. You may not want to believe what I'm finna get ready to say. I thought you were finna say 281-8004. I was like, you got Mike Jones' number? I'm not lying. I was just finna say this, man. I was just like, whoa, man, you got something powerful. Okay, well, I enjoyed you, Mr. Steven, and I am going to look forward to bringing you back for an update after this movie release with Mikael Rose, because I got to get an update. And you guys, call this man for business. Don't call him for no crazy stuff. Call him for business and business only. And you guys always remember, until next time, thank y'all for choosing Chopping It Up with Lil Ron. Remember, anything is possible. Until next time, we out. Peace.